clutch, bitch, I got some cookies in my blunt. 100 rounds, bitch, I'm on the news having fun. Why you follow when I treat these niggas like my son? Yeah, I'm selling shit, but you gon' cop it on my son. Go and get a job, get some money, you a bum.
What is up, motherfuckers? Welcome to another episode of Strain Damage. This is your brain on buds. And speaking of brains on buds, we have said it before, the hottest artists in the city in Albuquerque come through Strain Damage here. All of them. And we have one of them today, Groundupprod.
How are you guys?
What's going on? Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for
My
having
boy
me.
Bash, we definitely had to get my nigga in here for sure. For sure. Shit, what's been going on? What's new? What's new?
Shit, a whole lot of music right now. You know, I'm trying to make a little wave for the city right now. I've been songs back to back, videos back to back.
You in album mode right now?
Yeah, honestly, I ain't dropped my first album yet. That's gonna be coming soon. It's been a whole lot of little tapes and singles right now. But I definitely been grinding. I took it to the next level this year for sure. Took it to the next level with the music and shit. Trying to take it a little more seriously. You know what I mean? Trying to do my thing for real.
How'd you get started? So let's actually take a step back further. You're originally from Albuquerque?
Yes sir. I was born here, raised here. I went to school here.
What part of the city?
I lived everywhere actually. I used to live on the west side.
That gang shit.
Went to John Adams for middle school over there on the west side. Then I moved to the east side after that for a little while. I lived down over there downtown, 4th Street for a little while, right there by the train tracks.
Shows, yeah, all over.
Grew up around there downtown. So I've been everywhere for around the city.
So how did you? At what point did you start like making songs, making beats, making videos? When did that come into your life?
Shit, probably. I dropped out of high school in 10th grade, honestly. And
was just not fucking with it.
Yeah, that and I needed money at the time more than I needed to go to school. If that makes any sense, but
yeah,
Definitely does.
But no, yeah, I mean. Yeah, I probably started making music. I was 15. I started making music, and it's been almost 6 years now. 7 years, maybe 7 years now that I've been making music. So I feel like I just started now getting to the point where I'm making music that I like now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was always really confident, but now I'm making music that I like and everybody else is vibing with. So that's cool to see for real.
That shit really hit different when you like play your song, cause I feel like as a rapper, like you're your biggest critic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like when you play your own song and you like are actually vibing to
and
that
you
shit,
fuck with it,
it's like it's
that's
a
definitely a different feeling. Yeah, I could say that's definitely a feeling that I had recently, like probably within the last 2 months, that I never had before. Where I released a couple of songs where it was just like, damn, I had that moment of like satisfaction for real. You know what I mean? And that was cool, cause I mean you see the hard work pay off. I mean honestly, that's all I could say is the hard work does pay off, you know what I mean? If you put in the time and the effort, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you've been grinding for a minute, but but now I guess more recently you're starting to
see the fruits of my labor for sure, yeah.
And it's definitely not something that happens overnight.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's hard with any passion that you have, not even just music, is, I mean, not everybody's gonna believe in it at first, you know, but if you stay true to what you love, you know what I mean? I think you'd find the light at the end of the tunnel with whatever you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how'd you start start making beats in your room, like recording shit?
I had started listening to a lot of Tupac for some reason when I got into high school. A lot of Tupac, a lot of Biggie, like I like Nas, like I just like that old shit for a long time. Like actually when I first started making music, I was like more on like the Tupac type beats. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like that's what I had started with. And I don't know, I mean, I just took influence from all that. I had asked, I remember I was probably like 15, I had asked for Christmas for a microphone. And my grandmother got it for me. It was like a $300 mic. at the time, and that like said a lot to me. You know, she believed in me. You know, no one else really was like taking me serious or whatever. You know, and she had bought me that $300 mic, so I felt like I had owed it at least to her to like, you know what I mean, give it my best.
Yeah.
Just start when I had been just starting out. You know what I mean? So even just starting out, you know what I mean, I had definitely like people that were supportive, like my grandmother. You know what I mean? So that was cool.
How old were you when you said you got this microphone?
Probably like 15. I was probably like 15. Yeah, I got that shit. It's like a $300 mic. It was a big deal to me at the time. You know what I mean? $300 mic. I had a little computer. I was using a USB mic at the time. You know what I mean?
Is there any songs that you have out now? That
Yeah, on SoundCloud, same name, Groundupprod on SoundCloud. Yeah, I mean, there's some old songs, and yeah, I mean, I leave them up because I like for people to see the progress. You know what I mean?
That's cool that you're like not ashamed, because like a lot of people like you said rappers be their biggest critic.
Right, and I've thought about taking them down.
Process.
I've thought about taking them down too, but I don't know. You know, like I said, I like people to see the progress.
Some people like that shit too. You know what I mean? That could be someone's favorite song, and they be bumping that shit every morning. Cause I remember I moved one of my songs from SoundCloud and like
someone will be like,
real quick, like, hey, what the fuck? Like, you don't fuck with my playlist type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, I've had that happen before.
When did cannabis come in? So like, did you start smoking weed before you made music or after?
Yeah, for sure. Before I started making music, but I will say, me smoking went like hand in hand with listening to music, right? So like, even before I started making music, I was like subconsciously still like, you know what I mean? I was definitely like a music connoisseur, you know what I mean? I started getting into like Kendrick and J. Cole, you know what I mean? Like Denzel Curry was big at that time, you know what I mean? Big Sean, like people like that were pretty influential to me in the beginning.
That shit was really hard, that little music scene right there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, X was out at that time, like, you know what I mean? It was a cool time for music for real, you know, so music and smoking always been hand in hand for me. It's always helped me. Smoking has always helped me, honestly, in my life. You know what I mean, with nerves and.
So like, yeah, it kind of reduces anxiety. It just kind of chills you out because you're ready to just go in the booth and do your thing.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, now I mean, I've kind of slowed down a little bit now, but I'll say like during the day I don't smoke as much anymore just because. I like to get shit done and you know what I mean, make sure I'm productive, but you know what I mean, nighttime, weekend. Yeah.
Sativas do help.
That might work too.
Yeah, no, the little Durban poison.
Cause that's just like that gas. Like as long as that bitch gas, he's smoking it. Right?
And that's the problem is I can't smoke that shit during the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
smoking gas during the day, like have me not. Yeah.
You gotta have like low THC shit for during the day. Like the only type of shit like I will smoke during the day is boxed wine, like like fucking under 20% THC, where it's like perfect for
sure.
designing, coding shit, all the stuff you do in front of a fucking computer.
What would you say is like your preferred smoking? Like what do you smoke? Blunts? You take dabs?
Actually, I just recently. I'm not hating on blunts at all. I still smoke blunts sometimes with the homies, but I just recently stopped smoking blunts altogether. I only do papers now and shit, cause.
But he made an exception for strain damage.
No, I mean, every once in a while I think it's alright, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a glass of wine or some shit, you know what I mean? Every once in a while with the homies I'll smoke a blunt, but as far as me like going out myself and buying blunts anymore, I don't. I just buy cones, pack them, you know what I mean? That's about all I smoke now is cones. Cones, I don't even roll with papers, I just be rolling cones, bro.
Cut to the chase.
It's just easy, it's easy on the go. I want to say that I do when I'm driving, but you know what I mean? You could if you wanted to. You could pack a cone while you're driving if you wanted to, so I'll just say that.
What was the first thing that you smoked out of when you first smoked? You remember?
Yeah, it was a bong.
It was a bong? Damn, so you started with the big boys?
Actually, I have a funny story from the first time I smoked.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I fucking, it was out of a bong with one of my best friends. We're still friends to this day, but we had smoked out of a bong. His brother had sold us a little like 20 sec. We were probably like 13, honestly. And I took a hit of the bong, and I remember I got so high. We had walked in his house, and I was like, bro, I can't feel my legs. And I was like so dead ass for like I was like I was like I couldn't feel my legs, and then all of a sudden I just fucking fell on this couch. And I just couldn't stop laughing. I was gone, honestly. But that was the only time that type of shit happened to me. For I was just maybe it's because it was my first time smoking. I don't know. But
you remember if it was some like gas or not?
Yeah, it was some gas. For my first time smoking ever, you know what I mean? But I was probably tripping. I was only 13. I was only 13, so I was probably tripping too. Like, oh, I can't feel my legs. You know what I mean? I was probably just hyped as fuck, bro. But that's pretty good.
How long did that go on? Did you lose sense in your legs for a little second, or was it just like?
I think I was just laughing so hard. Like something funny had happened. I was laughing so hard that it made me like, it just made me go dumb for a second. But yeah, that was my first time smoking out of a little bong. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
And then at some point you just migrated over to...
Yeah, blunts. I smoked blunts for fucking years, honestly. That's why I try to stop now. I probably smoked blunts for like, I don't even know, 6-7 years now. Just blunts every day.
So we clearing out the lungs now.
Yeah, I probably need to go get my lungs checked, honestly. I was just thinking about that shit the other day. Like I said, I don't hate on blunts, but I personally think papers are the way to go. You know what I mean? If you ask me, it's just, you know what I mean? Not really too much chemicals and shit.
Yeah. Anything with tobacco in it, I personally don't like doing it.
Yeah,
like
I just recently
during the day or like in the morning. That always fucking feels weird to me.
I gave up vapes as well. That was like a big motherfucking problem for me for a while, was vapes. You know what I mean? I thought I was never gonna be able to quit the vapes, but yeah, I just recently stopped smoking vapes.
Fuck vapes, smoke weed. Go smoke
all natural flower.
Weed instead of the vapes, bro. I mean, find other things to do.
You on a health kick like across the board or just with the smoking shit?
I've been trying to drink more water, shit like that. I stopped drinking soda. I don't drink soda as much anymore. I just be drinking water and shit. Trying to take care of my body.
Your body's your temple, you know what I mean? For sure.
And that's only gonna make you more effective in your career.
I mean, think about it. That's the only thing you have for your whole life. You know what I mean? Is your body. So, you know, you might as well take care of it.
Strain damage. Stay healthy on a punk bitch.
Hey, and say back to your career. Is there anything new that I seen that Stuck in the Middle dropped? That shit looked like a movie. Fabrice went crazy on there.
Yeah, that's your latest joint. Tell us about that.
Yeah, me and Fabrice, he's my videographer. You know, we've been working for a while. He's the only one that I've worked with. Fabrice, shot by Fabrice. 4MB, people might know him as 4MB, but we got like 5 videos out now. We just dropped a video to Stuck in the Middle. That's my most recent song, and that shit was hard. That was a pretty personal song for me. And I mean, I was talking about a lot of real shit. And I mean, talking about family shit and life shit.
That shit's fire.
Yeah, I made that a while back. Sure.
And I've seen a lot of people were really rocking with it. Like even in the comments, like right when you dropped it, I know you probably seen people were like really embracing the fuck out of you for that shit. Like
honestly, like it's not like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost like it's getting to the point where like you get to a point where like your work starts becoming, you know what I mean, good enough to where it's like almost undeniable. You know what I mean? I think that's what like I'm trying to get is, I mean, if you're hating on it, you're just a hater. You know what I mean? At that point, so. I think I'm almost to that point where, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all where it's, I'm not, you know what I mean? And I don't mean to be cocky or anything, but I just think it's getting to that point. It's that point where it's, you know what I mean, where it's like undeniable, you know, and I think there's a lot of other people too. You know what I mean? It's not just me. I don't ever want people to think, you know, I just want me to make it out of the city. Like, you know what I mean? I definitely want everybody. You know what I mean? There's enough for everybody to make money, you know what I mean, out here. There's a lot of artists I see coming up. You know what I mean? I don't even want to name names because I don't want to forget anybody. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of artists that I see that, you know what I mean? I was just talking to my homie the other day. I was telling him, I feel like cities blow up together. You know what I mean? Like if you notice back in music history, like when someone blows up in a city, you know what I mean? There's a lot of other artists that get discovered from there. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
You know, I like to, you know what I mean? I think big, but I do like to think that Albuquerque is going in that direction, you know what I mean? We're like a smaller market, you know, but I think that there's a couple people here that, you know what I mean, including myself, that have something to offer music, you know what I mean?
And I think ultimately too, that's our thing here at Strain Damage, is just bringing all these people together. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many poppin' ass people. There's people doing big things here, big names here in Albuquerque. People that just happen to stop by and they fucking like it here and they want to stick around. Some cool ass people. So there's a lot of potential here. It's just about sticking together. You know what I mean? Survival of the village instead of survival of the fittest. And like you said,
strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers. Once someone blows up here, that's gonna give avenue for everybody else to get a little bit of attention.
And at least speaking for myself, you know, if it was to be me, you know, that was one of those first ones, I would definitely make sure that I wasn't the only one that, you know what I mean, made it out of my city, because, you know, I mean, it's bigger than just me, for real, you know, so.
So we've got a bunch of songs coming out, a bunch of videos coming out.
Yeah.
Have you done like tours like around the state, around the country?
Not yet, honestly. I think I'm still like in that. I'm like in that breakthrough stage.
Yeah.
I think I haven't quite made it to that point yet. You know what I mean? Which I'm fine with. You know what I mean? I love all my fans. I love everybody. You know what I mean? I don't even like to call them fans. Like, you know what I mean? We're all the people that fuck with me right now. We're family. You know what I mean? The people that fuck with me right now when I'm coming up, you know what I mean? I think of them as my family, for real, you know, because, you know, I do see bigger shit, but I appreciate the people who are believing right now before everyone, you know what I mean? So
100%. But yeah, that's something, that you've got your eye on.
for sure, yeah.
Because I think that's part of it, right? Like taking the show on the road, showing the country, potentially the world, what the fuck Albuquerque, New Mexico is about.
Hey Raj, I'm so sorry, but I haven't seen that flavored Sprite before. What flavor?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. We got some dirty Sprite.
I know they made pink Sprite. Bro.
What flavor is that, bro?
Pink lemonade.
That's that pink, bro. That's that Texas tea. For y'all that didn't know. That's the Texas tea.
That's the H-Town tea.
Yeah, that's our close neighbors right there. So.
And is that something you would say is like you like to use to get your creative juices flowing when you rap and shit?
Honestly, and I honestly don't encourage it either. I mean, it's almost like with liquor too. I'm very selective with when I drink liquor too, like this. You know what I mean? I like to. You know what I mean? It's late at night right now, you know, I'm just chilling, but as far as like doing that on a daily basis, like I would definitely discourage that. And I don't think it's bad to indulge every once in a while. I mean, if you're able to control yourself, you know what I mean? If you're not, then, you know what I mean? But for me personally, it's like a occasion thing, you know what I mean? It's not I don't live by it, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not like one of those motherfuckers that's
I don't need it to do anything, you know what I mean? For sure, like, it's not even an every week thing for me, honestly, you know?
That's good though, because sometimes stuff like that becomes a little more of a problem.
For
people, especially say artists, you know what I mean? Just because it's always accessible, it's always around, you know what I mean? And it's just
like now more than ever.
As wealth, you know what I mean?
I mean, some people like actually try to get their artists on that. Like you see the news about that, like Lil Xan talking about how his manager was forcing him to take
pills,
and all that shit. Yeah.
It's all about, you know what I mean? It's all about
pushing a net marketable.
That's so crazy. You putting that on a kid for
well, technically, I'm like kind of guilty of that because I've fed DBG nugs of truffles. So technically, you know, I've done like the same thing on a smaller scale.
I just be cheaping away. Hey, bro. So I know you said earlier you don't have no album out yet. When do you think your fans or the fam, as you like to say, is gonna be seeing the album from you?
Shit. Honestly, I want to do it soon. I could have saved all the songs that I had released, you know, these last couple months and done an album, but I like to I just like to stay more consistent with the singles.
One punch at a time.
You know what I mean? But I think I've been saving the album because my first, you know, real like studio produced album, you know what I mean, where I'm buying
Your debut album.
you know what I mean, yeah, my debut album, it's gonna really, you know, it's gonna be that I think that's gonna be my like punch through moment, you know what I mean? So I gotta make sure that I'm mentally right for that, you know what I mean? I'm mentally, you know what I mean, going towards that. I don't think I'm there yet, but you know, I think we're heading towards that, and I just, you know what I mean, to stay patient, and I'm not trying to rush it either, you know what I mean? I think that's a big thing too, is not rushing shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've thrown away hundreds of songs that people would have loved, you know what I mean? But I'm just really picky with what I do put out, you know, so.
Yeah, you've got a high bar of quality.
Yeah,
Quality
for
over
sure.
quantity.
DDG, let me hit
For
that
sure.
button.
Give me a call when you get set. I'll talk to you. Love you. Bye. Bryson, you never answer, bro. What's my mother's fucking calling already? I'm fucking getting fed up. Hey, you forgot your gun over here. What's up, Sebastian? So you're ignoring my calls? What if it was something important, dude?
How I'm feeling about you, I'ma tat it on my chest. 2 Glocks on me, and I'm strapping on my vest. I ain't never been afraid to get it off my chest. I ain't never go to school, every day a test. Never let them know how much you have, let them guess. Stuck in the middle, I got some demons in my head. Sell my soul, but my grandma praying for me. I've been blessed, and I know it's the price I gotta pay to be the best. Underrated, but I got some rings like I'm Steph. See you in my dreams every night when I rest. Used to be my baby, but she fucking with the rest. She gon' take the elevator, I'ma take the steps. Told my mama I ain't stopping, I'ma be the best. I got love for music, why you doing it to flex? I ain't gotta say shit, they give me my respect. Put my foot down, I'm finna keep it on they neck. I'm the hardest out the city, last time that I checked. I need 8 figures if you wanna sign me on the check. How the fuck we talking if we never even text? Pretty soon, even if you know me, it's a flex. She don't even miss me, I just think she missed the sex. Speak up, if you talking about me, come direct. Love my city, why you think it's tatted on my neck? They thought I was regular, but who would ever guess? I've been on song, I'm making money on my phone. Why you fucking with me, breaking up a happy home? I don't wanna fuck, baby, I just want the dome. Or you think I'm playing with you, listen to my tone. Speed dial, all my shooters really get you gone. I don't need a fucking feature, listen to my songs. Need a cat, sitting on some 22's chrome. Told my mama not to worry, one day I'll be home. Throwing Hail Marys, I hit my niggas in the zone. Skinny nigga, but I'm flexing on them like I'm strong. Need some shoes that gon' match the 40 cause it's chrome. I'm just counting money that I'm making off my phone. I ain't scamming, pulling out the heater like what's happening. Pour for a tryst, now it's purple but it's Fanta. Got my music bumping from Cali all through Atlanta. White people fucking with me, they from Alabama. Pops told me never leave the house without my blammer. Showing off, tell me what you want like I'm Santa. They said that I'm photogenic, smile for the camera. How you switching flows, bitch I'm cocky cause I'm blessed. Everyone around me keep on telling me I'm next. Used to have the silver, now it's gold around my neck. Funny, niggas turning gay, you cut the check. Fuck the money, maybe cause I got some self-respect. How I'm feeling about you, I'ma tat it on my chest. 2 Glocks on me, and I'm strapping on my vest. I ain't never been afraid to get it off my chest. I ain't never go to school, every day a test. I ain't scamming, pulling out the heater like what's happening. Pour for a tryst, now it's purple but it's Fanta. Got my music bumping from Cali all through Atlanta. White people fucking with me, they from Alabama. Pops told me never leave the house without my blammer. Showing off, tell me what you want like I'm Santa. They said that I'm photogenic, smile for the camera. How you switching flows, bitch I'm cocky cause I'm blessed. Everyone around me keep on telling me I'm next. Used to have the silver, now it's gold around my neck. Funny, niggas turning gay, you cut the check. Fuck the money, maybe cause I got some self-respect.
Hit me up. Calling to see how you're doing. I was thinking about you, man. I haven't talked to you in a while. Just calling to catch up. Call me later. Love you.
No, yeah, but I do think I'm not gonna say I try to set the bar for like quality out here, but you know, I think there's a couple of us out here that definitely do, you know, like kind of set that standard for what's gonna be, you know what I mean, that shit here from.
Have you felt like sometimes you've done something, you've put something out, and then, you know, others kind of hop on a similar wave?
Honestly, no, I don't really look at shit like that. I know some people like look at shit like, oh, like he stole my bar, like he said this and I said that. Like I don't ever. If anything, when I've heard something like that, I'm like, oh, like great minds think alike, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It just means your shit is good.
Yeah, I don't think like, oh, he's trying to bite my flow, or like, you know what I mean? I don't think that's, you know. If anything, I would appreciate that if someone were to, you know what I mean, take inspiration from me. You know, that's super cool for us. So I try to not be on no hater shit with anybody for real, you know what I mean? It's not really
Work with everybody, market, you know what I mean?
for sure.
Like you said, strength in numbers.
Strain damage worldwide. We're gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Groundupprod, do you mind if we do a new segment presented by Russian Cream, the #1 strain damage strain with all white women in Santa Fe?
Let's do it.
All right. DBG, kick us off.
Alright, gang. So, we've been asking everybody on this series and this season what their thoughts are on extraterrestrial life, so aliens.
Okay.
What's your stance on that? You think aliens are real? Have you ever
Well, hell yeah.
encounters?
Well, hell yeah, they're real because, I mean, for one, the government just came out the other day, didn't they? And they acknowledged it. Nobody really cared. You know what I mean?
They slipped
I don't know
it
if you
in there
looked
in the
into it, but I
beeline.
mean, if you just look up government acknowledges aliens, I'm sure you can find all the proof you
These
need
press
that there's
conferences
aliens,
and shit.
right? I've already said there's aliens before that, so, you know what I mean? And I think it's funny because I think we're like very like primitive to them when they come in and visit us type shit, you know what I mean? I think they come and look at us like almost like a fucking ant farm or something, you know what I mean? Like we're like a little, you know what I mean? Like we're basically stuck on Earth, like they're probably intergalactically traveling, you know what I mean? Light years away from us, you know, so.
Did you see that thing like a couple months ago or a few weeks ago of that woman like angrily who was like drunk and on pills getting off the plane and was like, that motherfucker is not real?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that video, actually.
Do you think there is an alien on the plane? Do you think she saw an
Reptile
alien?
people.
Cause like now, or reptile people. Cause like there was a theory online
I
where
mean, fuck, either that or she's fucking mentally disturbed, bro. But
the interesting thing about that for me is that this chick basically created a Twitter account a few days ago
saying that she's not crazy.
Yeah, she posted an apology video and but it's like it's not answering the one fucking thing that everybody cares about.
Well,
what
no,
did you see?
Well, I saw when she said it, right?
Yeah.
She's like, that motherfucker's not real. Everybody in the plane like looked back and they're like, who's not real?
Yeah.
So I mean, unless she was the only one that could see it, I don't know.
Maybe.
But I know aliens are real. I mean, you can believe whatever you want, but in my personal opinion, I'll tell you aliens are real. So you can take that however you want to. You could be scared or, you know what I mean? I can tell you right now, we're not shit to aliens for, you know what I mean? They probably they might
could
know how to
run
live
through if they
forever.
wanted to.
Yeah, they might know how to live fucking hundreds of years. Yeah.
Cool. So with the rise of like AI, right, becoming used generally across the board, it's gonna automate a lot of jobs.
Right.
And so there's
I was hearing about that the other day. I think I saw a list of like the first jobs that would be replaced by AI if, you know what I mean, in the next 10 years or something.
Was
like
it a
that.
big list?
Well, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think first it was going to be like people who stock shelves in stores, right? Stuff like that.
Like fast food workers.
Fast food workers, what else?
Gas station.
Gas station, yep, just, you know what I mean? All kinds of shit. I mean, I think it was going down the list like 40, 50 years, like eventually it was replacing, you know what I mean? Like engineers, you know what I mean? Scientists, like then 50 years in the future they were making art, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I mean, that might be the end of us, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, I guess that's where it has to go for to.
So there is this thing proposed a few years ago called universal basic income, right? It's
Right.
just kind of like a cash supplement, a $1,000 a month given once a month for everybody 18 and up, U.S.
Right.
citizens. It's called universal basic income. What are your thoughts on that?
So you said you would receive money, everybody above the age of 18.
Everybody 18 plus,
Right.
U.S. citizens.
Being
Yes.
based
For
on
how
a lot
long?
of these jobs are going to be.
Right.
A lot of these jobs
Right.
are going to be.
Okay, I see what
based-
you're
So
saying.
that's every month for the year. It's just.
And you said 1,000 every month?
Yes.
And their hopes out of
I
this
mean, that
too,
might not even be enough to.
their hopes out of this too, I believe, was so that they could get more business owners and more entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So people would have like funding to dedicate
right.
towards business
And then
ventures.
get their own like AIs to run their businesses, basically.
Are they still able to work like a full-time job if they had one and still get the $1,000?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So anybody with a full-time job gets an extra $1,000 a month topped over that they could easily invest into doing their own business. Because
Right.
think about how many people have all of these creative talents, you know, not just like rappers, but like
Right.
artists, illustrators, like fucking